Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Daniel E. OGT and my buddy OGL. And I am over his name. Hold on. Let me fix that. Sorry, OGL. Now,
I'll forgive it this time.
Schmidt is the shit. Like it.
Appreciate that.
We got a really cool video about all the different ways you can use shit. I think it's appropriate in this video because I think it's going to be very. This video is going to have a lot of foul language in it.
It's not for children.
Haven't watched it yet, but definitely parental advisory. Like those stickers that come on the bad people CDs. Yeah. So we are going to do Greg has some context, but I know this is from Dr. Cap, who is like the Aussie guru. Like she is the equivalent.
Big friend of the channel as well.
She's an OGT Aussie, where OGA, OGJ, original Gangster John fan. I don't know. Anyway, Dr. Cap's cool. She's awesome.
So we're going to be taking a look at Mr. Randy Feltface. This is it's a puppet created by Heath McIver. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly.
McIver?
I think he started No, not McIver. McIver.
Sorry.
I think he started puppeteering at the age of 13, which is really impressive. And the character's done like a bunch of like one-man shows, and I think there's an individual he teams with a great deal. I think named Sam. I know I'm probably botching this, but this is basically about it's a website or something where people can post information for things they want to sell. And apparently Australians like to buy things secondhand off of the site called Gumtree. That's what this bit here is satirizing. So I
did get context from our friend Jennifer that this is kind of like Gumtree is kind of like Craigslist. I forgot about that till just now. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, that sort of makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I said remember the Muppets. I remember Fraggle Rock. I remember Sesame Street. So I guess it's just the grown-up version of that, to one degree or another. So let's check out this purple fella here.
We're always
purple
people here. Barney. Oh, I love you. You hate me. Let's all go kill Barney. Sorry.
I'm good. No, I understand.
It's really I hate you. I hate me. I just said love because it sounds better. I love love. I hate. Wow. That was weird. So, one more irony thing. It's going to be my new word, irony, because I say it like that. That's just how I say it.
I hear irony can be pretty ironic sometimes.
Irony. I can't even say it. Irony can be ironic. Or, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm stupid. I act stupid naturally. That's the better way to say it. I'm not really stupid. And I don't know. All I was going to say is that my apartment's a studio apartment, and it's my studio. I just never put that together. So I have a tendency to make short statements very long. You all know that. So we're going to laugh today. If we're not,
should have been here this morning.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So again, I'm naturally stupid. So that's why I didn't. Anyway, let's move on.
No, naturally, stupidly funny. There's a difference.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Naturally, stupidly funny. You're not naturally stupid. I work with people that are naturally stupid. You're not that. You're actually pretty bright.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel like a light in the sky, or a wheel in the sky, something like that. Something about turning. This purple guy here is better be funny because it's 21 minutes, and I'm gonna be angry if it's not funny. I might not show it
You
now.
know, he's leaning over, looking at some paper. His eyes are bugging out. I'm almost positive this is a picture that was taken of me at work once or
Oh,
twice.
it's about meth. Oh, no, you at work? Okay, I got you. He's tweaking. Oh, look at this pencil. I'm gonna take it apart.
But it does look a bit like he's tweaking. I'm not gonna
Never put it back together. Ah, ah. I've done it plenty of times. I take it out raw now, legally. My government said that's okay. So I guess I'm tweaking now. Now that we give you a lesson on drugs and stupidity, let's get to the show here. But that's what this is about, being goofy, and apparently Australians like being goofy or like watching goofy. I don't really know how to put that. Aussie Army, you know I love you. All, even the Kiwis, and which you all are dwindling. I don't see but a few of you left, but thank you. And I don't remember what I was going to say. Sorry. I really don't. It was something about this show being, I guess it's like our Sesame Street in a way, and we're all big kids at heart, is what I want to say, really. So
that is very correct.
I don't think we ever really grow up. We're always Toys R Us kids.
Maybe this is like one of Jeff Dunham's puppets that went away and started his own career. I can kind of see him with Peanut. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, jalapeno on a stick. I love Jeff Dunham. Yeah, I love Jeff Dunham. He's good. So maybe this is similar. So let's or this is like maybe their South Park.
Feltface has to offer.
Could be their South Park. All right, push play, Danny. Hurry the hell up.
Right, here we go. Okay, fuck. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Foul language.
Walking to Sky, Chapter 1. I bought a bookshelf on Gumtree recently. It was an amazing experience. I'll quickly tell you about it and then I'll read the book. But I found it strange because it made me start to think about the way, like, our methods of communication have sort of changed over the years. You know, in the old days, if you wanted a bookshelf, you'd just go see Gareth the bookshelf guy because he was the dude in your tribe that made the bookshelves. He had a little bookshelf cave. He was reputable. Now any mad bastard can sell their shit on Gumtree. You know what I mean? As a species, we're sort of able to cope with knowing and gossiping about around like 100 or 150 people. That's like the limit of our tribe.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this. I'm just kidding. This guy already reminds me of me. I contemplate life and the stupid shit we do all the time. Can I cuss on this? Is it okay? He's cussing. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's cussing. That's why we can't.
YouTube, I'm going to keep it to shit, damn, and hell. All right. Bitch, maybe. I don't know. Not in the context of a woman. I just like saying bitch.
Fuck yeah.
I've got way more men bitches than women. Anyway, I'm asked whooped a couple times for that too. But anyway, this guy reminds me, or this thing. I like it, okay, already. The bookshelf and the cave, the tribe. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not a gang mentality; it's a tribe mentality. Hey, my own joke. Shit. Sorry.
I do want to bring up one thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, I love the fact that the puppet seems so expressive, even though if you look, his face really doesn't move. Like, his mouth moves, but there's no expression in the eyes and there's no eyebrows, nothing like that. But it's almost like because the body language is so well done,
yeah,
and the voice is so perfect, your mind almost puts in facial movement.
Yeah, it's
very cool. It's very good puppeteering. You can tell he's been doing it for a while.
It's
AI. This is a man who knows nothing about puppeteering.
Yeah, it's AI. Australian idiocy. Australian idiot. Maybe. I don't know. Guys. Don't crucify me. Aussie Incorporated. Shit, I don't know. Let's go.
There we go.
I'm a damn idiot.
Nice recovery.
Any more than that, it starts
You're
to
welcome.
get confusing, which is why we created abstract constructs like territories and deities to unite larger groups of people under an imaginary common factor.
Man,
And it works a treat because we only really gather en masse on special occasions. But I think like social
Funerals.
media and it's fucking all that up, you know. I don't think we're able to deal with the thousands of people we're connected to on a daily basis, and as a result, we neglect our immediate 150, you know. That's why I never get invited to parties anymore. It's not because I ramble on about veganism and fisting old ladies. It's because I'm not on Facebook and everybody just assumes you are. I am so behind on the births, deaths, and marriages of my friends that I feel like the time traveler's wife every time I go to a party. I'm like, this is Tim, he's our son, he's 6 now. Fucking didn't even know you were pregnant.
Look, I gotta say something. This is a puppet of Maynard. I swear to God, he is exactly like this. Oh my God. All right, I'm sorry. Plus, he said piston, stink fist.
Anyway, and you know smartphones aren't that great. You know that, right? They're not. They're not that great. You don't need the internet in your pocket. You work at Coles, okay? You're not working for the president. You don't need it. You don't need that much information. And also, what was the point of developing opposable thumbs for you to take a photo of your head and post it on the internet and then just stand by for validation? No one gives a fuck about your head. They'll only validate it in order to gain permission to post a photo of their own head on the internet and stand by for validation. The people who give a fuck about your head will at some point see it in real life. Fuck your head and the neck it rode in on. Your vanity is sucking up my bandwidth. Anyway, this is what's going through my head as I'm on Gumtree looking for a bookshelf, because you know when you put something in the search in Booktree, what the fuck? When you put something in the search on Gumtree, I'm having a stroke up here. Yeah, when you put something in the search, right, and like there's always a couple of things that come up in the list that are like the polar opposite of what you search for. I'm like, get out of my head, Gumtree algorithms, conspiracy. No, but seriously, you type it's like bookshelf and it's like bookshelf, 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 gramophone, bookshelf, 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 combine harvester. What the fuck? That's actually a pretty good price. Anyway, on this particular day, I found 2 bookshelves that worked for me in terms of cost and, more importantly, geographical convenience, because I'd be fucked if I'm driving to Broadmeadows to pick up a bookshelf, right? So I type in bookshelf and I see the 2 things and I'm like, okay, one seller is Kathy, the other is Morgan. I send them both the same text message. Hello, I saw your bookshelf on Gumtree. Is it still available? Kathy texts back straight away saying,
Damn, I'll rewind. I'm sorry. That's cool. I didn't realize there was an audience right in front of him. Like, literally, there's their heads. Wow. Y'all probably seen that. I didn't. Yeah, I'll rewind that.
It's like a stage show.
That is amazing. And part of the reason this character is so funny, he's contradicting himself, if you notice. Like, he did it like 3 times while ago. He said one thing and then did what he said he not to do. Like, I'm sure y'all know, y'all watch it all the time, but I did just pick that up. I'm going to show this to the Tool Army. They're going to love it. I'm sorry. I will wait. No more Tool Reverend.
I think so, yeah.
For the next 5 minutes. Turn around and take my hand.
bookshelf combine harvester. What the fuck? That's actually a pretty good price. Anyway, on this particular day, I found 2 bookshelves that worked for me in terms of cost and, more importantly, geographical convenience, because I'd be fucked if I'm driving to Broadmeadows to pick up a bookshelf, right? So I type in bookshelf and I see the 2 things and I'm like, okay, one seller is Kathy, the other is Morgan. I send them both the same text message. Hello, I saw your bookshelf on Gumtree. Is it still available? Kathy texts back straight away saying, sorry, it went this morning. That's cool, Kathy. I'm sorry I gave you an annoying voice in the retelling of this story. Morgan's response came through a couple of minutes later and simply read, it was my wife's bookshelf. How do you respond to that? Aside from the fact that it doesn't answer my fucking question, his use of past tense in that sentence unnerved me slightly. I'm like, oh, I should probably just find another bookshelf. And then I noticed he lived in the suburb next to me, so I replied, is it still available? He responded with the letter Y. Just a Y? Is he asking me why I want to know if it's still available? Or is it a Y for yes, and he's so in the throes of grief that he can't manage the E and the S? I assume it's a Y for yes, so I respond, cool, I'll take it. When's a good time to come and pick it up? No reply for 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, he's forgotten about me, fuck it, I'll find another bookshelf. And then when his reply actually does come through, I realise he spent those 15 minutes crafting his response because it's a fucking thesis. He must have felt so bad about only using a single consonant in his previous text that he just massively overcompensated with this one. Also, for some reason, felt that the use of punctuation, entirely unnecessary. So...
Cannot stand it. Cannot stand to read Facebook or anywhere else. And it's a huge paragraph with no punctuation, and you don't know where it starts. You don't know where it ends. You don't know anything. In fact, when you have your computer read out, well, should I say too, but anyway, when you have your computer read it out, it's like it doesn't have to take a breath. So it's really fucking really cool to watch. By the way, any video we've ever made, pull up the what do you call them? The subtitles. What the hell do you call it? Yeah, pull it up. It's
closed caption.
It is funny. Laugh at me. It is funny as hell. Everything I say is not what I say. And also really quick, this there's like 20 to 30 Aussies on the Charismatic Boys Discord, and they talk a lot. There's many different threads, and a lot of times they'll get in a group and talk together. Not that they're alienating the rest of the world, just that they're alienating the rest of the world. And they talk just like this. This is so familiar yet so new to me. This is beautiful, really.
I was going to say that first of all, like there are times he does sound like me at work. Like I would just go on random rants, especially like when we get really busy. And I've also been guilty of leaving people an entire first chapter of a novella as a response or a message. I do punctuate, though. I always give punctuation. But unfortunately, this only makes the response take, 2 hours when they ask for, 15 minutes. But,
yes.
Yeah, it is cool that we both see so much of ourselves in this fellow. He's hilarious. And
he is.
I actually find the lack of punctuation in these things to be really funny. Like, for something functional, it does get really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's actually something that you needed to hear and you're trying to decipher it because you're making a decision based on it, that's frustrating. But if you're just reading it, just secondhand or whatever, it's like,
or it's like the funny bone. When somebody else hits it, it's funny as hell. But when it happens to you, it's fucked up. When somebody else is thinking about punctuation, it's funny. But when you read it, it ain't. That's my layman.
But yeah, so far this is awesome.
That's my Logan layman.
Oh, it's just one obscenely long sentence, which reads, you must come and pick up now. I only have short time here at house and also it wide. So bring van or trailer and there stair. But I can help you carry downstairs. If you come park out front, walk up past ring bell, and I will help you carry it to trailer or van. I only accept cash. And if you do not come now, I will sell it someone else. I should just find another bookshelf at this point. But now I am fascinated by Morgan, and I simply must meet the man. So I drive over to his house. Oh, before I left, I sent him a message saying, cool, I'll be there in 10 minutes. He replied, okay, but spelled it O-K-A-Y, which just fascinated me more that he'll use 4 letters to spell a 2-letter word, but only 1 letter to spell a 3-letter word. Morgan is off the fucking chain! Driving over to his house, I'm trying to picture what he's going to be like, His pidgin English might suggest ethnicity of some sort, but I don't want to racially profile him. Maybe he's an old man who recently lost his wife and is not that very good at texting. Or maybe and I'm really hoping this is the case, Morgan is just batshit crazy. So,
Hey, Kingdom Soups, this is which one is pink. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show it to him.
I get to his house and I go up to I park out front, walk up past ring bell, and I brace myself for the door to be opened by like an old man in a smoking jacket, wearing fishnet stockings and suspenders, just puffing on an opium pipe, while a butler just creepily polishes a goldfish in the background. And then a tiny pug dog wearing a fez hat just trots up the hallway, sits on the mat, looks up at me and says, "Welcome to our lovely room." And then the door opens and I am thoroughly disappointed. Before me stands an average Caucasian male in his mid-30s, dressed casually, hipster chic, stubble, glasses with designer frames, expensive watch. I immediately think architect, but the house is too cheesy for that. It's like a double-story doll's house with bay windows. But definitely a designer of some kind, maybe a graphic designer. He's too skinny for manual labour. He's too hip for the public sector. But this can't be Morgan. Because Morgan's text messages would suggest that he's not that technically savvy. And then the man standing in front of me says, "Hello, my name's Morgan." And the plot thickens! He invites me in, shakes my hand, closes the door, and 20 minutes later, I will be witnessing Morgan perform some of the most aggressive acts of violence I've ever seen in my life. And I will be speeding away in my car, bleeding from the face. Here's how this shit went down.
I've also noticed when Aussie's right on there, there's always a slash after the statement with their thoughts. Like, is that a thing? Or I have noticed that a lot. I've started doing it, started incorporating it in my own damn, or fuck you call it, I write. I taught it text, so I know it makes sense. Anyway, that's I like this. I'm sorry to keep referencing things, but that's what the hell we do, right? Barney reminds me of a few people too, but won't get into that.
I go into the house and I notice two things immediately. One, this is a house in the throes of renovation. Nothing too extreme, but there's like drop sheets on all the furniture, there's freshly painted walls, there's a bathtub wrapped in plastic in the hallway awaiting installation. Someone's doing some work on this house. The second thing I notice, on the way up the stairs to the second floor, on the first floor landing, is a wedding photograph featuring a very cleanly shaven Morgan with a very beautiful bride, very much in love. The photograph is very much on the floor and the glass in the frame is very much smashed. She's not dead, she's left him, and the plot thickens a bit more for Morgan. And as Morgan unceremoniously, kicks the photo frame to one side on the way up the stairs, I really wanted to pry into Morgan's life and ask heaps of inappropriate questions. But he was clearly a broken man. He had this terrible air of sadness around him, so I didn't want to intrude. Luckily for me, though, I didn't have to, because Morgan immediately began oversharing and told me the whole fucking story. Thank you, Morgan. I shall hang off your every word and then retell your tale to 200 strangers and record it for a fucking DVD.
Be careful what you wish for.
He is a graphic designer, yes, and he's really good at it. He does massive rebranding campaigns for large corporations. He gets flown all over the world doing this shit, right? About 4 years ago, a woman hired Morgan to rebrand her florist business, and he did such a great job, she married him. And he thought everything was just fine, until about 3 months ago. Morgan had to do a presentation in Sydney, right? But he was on his way home from overseas and he got stuck in Dubai due to a flight cancellation. So rather than cancel the meeting, Morgan suggested to these businessmen in Sydney that they do a Skype chat because he's so technologically savvy despite his fucking baffling text message style. So Morgan checks into a hotel, cracks open his laptop and starts Skyping with this room full of businessmen in Sydney who are all watching Morgan on a massive screen on their boardroom wall, right? And everything's going great. Morgan is totally nailing it until about halfway through, he realises that a file he wants to show these dudes is on the desktop of his home computer back in his home office in Melbourne. And he decides to live share the desktop of his home computer on the Skype chat.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would get me in so much trouble. In so many ways. So many ways. Yeah, so one thing, this is amazing that we're going to talk about a bookshelf for 21 minutes and be engaged because we're 11 minutes in and I'm totally engaged. It's very funny, expressive. He's better with a puppet than anyone I've ever seen. And where the hell is he? Like, he's is he on down? Like,
I guess he's under that table
like,
somewhere.
Like he's in the womb still, like the fetal position. Doing this puppet, that's impressive. Okay, unless he's, I don't know how. I don't see any strings, so yeah.
So you can see the things moving his arms every now and then, but yeah, I mean, because the movements are so natural and he's so animated, you look past them. Also, I like how articulate he is.
Yeah,
I like how intelligent he sounds.
Yeah.
I think we were just talking about this. In America, it seems like there's a lot of really stupid comedy where people are just trying to be as dumb as possible. I like the fact that he's being funny while also being really smart.
Yeah, he says that because I told him before we watched this, I don't really get into like those, I'm not sure how familiar you are with American movies, but like Scary Story and Not Another Teen Movie and just like stupid comedy is what I call it. Like you're so stupid. Like some of it's funny, but most of it is stupid. Like this is original comedy. I like this. And it's not like a little really show. Like this is live, so he doesn't have to script it. Much like a channel I know. Also, I had a fucking point. My dumbass rambled on about shit. Ramble on. He said that earlier. I like that. That's all I got right now. I forgot. Yeah.
Point is, this is fun, and I'm really interested in seeing where this story goes.
And what the hell is that on his shirt? Some kind of damn animated hippopotamus or something? What the fuck is that, man? That's a.
I was wondering the same thing. I can't tell. It looks like, I don't know.
And he has on a t-shirt with like a business
too much,
looking.
But
the chipmunk ate
it's got.
That would be Theodore.
It looks like a tiny rodent, but it's got like one curved tooth and like one horn in the back. I don't know.
I'm gonna pay more attention to it after this.
I'm in cryptozoology. This one I'm not familiar with.
You should be comfortable here. He doesn't have a mullet or hair. So,
that is true. See, we go to the same barber.
Yeah, and or lack of one. But I was gonna. Damn it! I remember what the fuck I was gonna say, man. Forgot it again. Shit.
He knows how to do that. He can control his computer remotely from anywhere in the world. It's not particularly new technology, but Morgan makes it sound so impressive. So this room full of businessmen are all watching keenly like, oh, Margaret, bring in some biscuits. There's some newfangled shit going on in here. As Morgan clicks a few buttons and brings up the desktop of his home computer on the Skype chat. Now, what Morgan doesn't realise is that his wife has been using the photo booth app on that particular computer to take pictures of herself. To take naked pictures of herself. To take naked pictures of herself doing some pretty fucked up shit. It's embarrassing to say the least. Just as Margaret came back in with the biscuits, I've got you the... Now, those of you who are familiar with the photo booth app will know that how it works is it accesses the built-in camera in your computer and with a click of a button, takes a photo of you when you're standing in front of the screen. And if you know that, you'll also know that if you leave that application open, the camera also stays open, witnessing whatever may be happening in front of the computer in real time. such as your wife, in your home office, fucking your best mate. Morgan then goes on to tell me she's keeping the house, his former best mate is moving in, and while they're out for the day happily shopping for fittings, Morgan must suffer the indignity of moving his shit out and selling the stuff they don't want on Gumtree to this guy. It's at this point of the story that Morgan starts crying. He breaks down, and I do not blame the man. It's fucking horrible, and I just want to give him a big hug and say, everything's going to be all right, Morgan. But I am holding the full weight of a bookshelf halfway down a set of stairs, and Morgan is the only thing stopping that bookshelf from caving my face. And I was like, Morgan! And Morgan managed to pull himself together for about 8 seconds and then just went bah and let the bookshelf go. I fell backwards. It literally rolled over me and took out the light hanging above the staircase. I'm now lying on my back getting showered in broken glass as the bookshelf turned end over end and just went thonk right through a freshly painted wall at the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, I've got a tiny cut on my forehead, which is just pissing blood for some reason. Apart from that, I'm fine. Morgan, however, he's not fine. Morgan is the opposite of fine. Something happened when the bookshelf lodged itself in the wall, and his sadness just went away in a second, and he started pissing himself laughing. Hysterical. And he had the creepiest laugh I've ever heard in my life. I'm sitting there going, this is weird, and he's going, like some sort of demonically possessed baritone kookaburra. He's like, can you still have the bookshelf? He's like, we extracted from the wall. The bookshelf, incidentally, showing no sign of having just rolled down a staircase and smashed through a wall. We carried it out to my car. We had to stop about 6 times because Morgan was like, hang on a minute. We got it to my car, put it on the trailer, and Morgan was in such a great mood, he let me have the bookshelf for free.
Although you paid a price.
And that's where the story should end. But there was something about the bookshelf going through the wall that flipped a fucking switch in Morgan's head, and he is now hungry for more destruction. So as I started tying the bookshelf down to my trailer, Morgan just strolls over to like an upright mailbox on the front lawn and just starts trying to wrench it out of the ground, just really putting his back into it. Like, I'm like, you okay, buddy? He's like, yep. He pulls it out of the ground, whereupon he wields it like a fucking battle axe and just starts smashing up the front garden, just beheading the daisies, fucking up the lavender. I'm like, hey Morgan, maybe you want to stop and think about that. And he wheeled around and looked at me like Jack Nicholson chasing Shelley Duvall up the stairs in The Shining and said, why don't you mind your own fucking business? Yep, cool, man. Yep. Now, I like tying knots. I'm quite good at tying knots. If I tie something down, I take my time because I want it to stay there. But as Morgan nonchalantly strolled up the driveway, rolled up the garage door, and put the mailbox through the windscreen of an Audi, I must admit, I kind of rushed my knot tying job. I got in the car, I'm about to drive off. I'm like looking at the house going, I'm sure he'll be fine. And then an armchair smashed out of an upstairs window and just went doink, 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 doink down the front lawn. I was like, what's my duty of care in this situation? I didn't want want to call the cops on him. I didn't want him to trash the house. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to talk to Morgan. So I got out, I walked up the driveway, shitting myself. You know when someone does something really violent and you're just like, fuck, we're not supposed to do shit like that. Yucky, just yucky feeling in my tum-tum. And I'm standing there in the garage, and there's like an adjoining door in the garage that leads into the house. I can see in through the door into the house, up the staircase. It's like a wooden staircase, and I'm standing in the garage just going, Morgan! Morgan! Like I was calling a cat for its dinner. Like, Morgan! Muggy, 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 muggy! And then I notice a small trickle of water start to come from the top step. Oh. And then a little bit more water, and then quite a lot of water. Just pissing down the stairs like a shitty water feature. I'm like, that can't be right. And then Morgan appeared on the top step holding a hammer like this. Bah! I was like, whoa! He's like, bah! Starts running at me, wielding the hammer, going, bah! I'm like, oh no, man, I just wanted to buy a bookshelf. He's like, run straight past me. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, bah! Made a beeline for my car. I'm like, no, man, stop. He's like, stop it, just stop. He spins around and goes, I just checked my phone. She texted me 15 minutes ago saying she'll be here in 15 minutes. We gotta go! And gets into my car. Oh, Jesus, fuck me. I run down the lawn, get in the driver's seat. I'm like, what was with the water? He goes, I put plugs in all of the sinks and turned all the taps on. I'm like, that's fucked. He's like, just drive. I was like, yeah. I took off so quick, rounded the corner at the end of his street, and the bookshelf just went, boosh, and exploded against the guardrail. Just exploded in a shower of badly tied knots and broken dreams. So me and Morgan just fucking left it there. Like a little breadcrumb for his ex-wife to find on the way home to her destroyed gingerbread house.
So he don't have the bookshelf. He went through his horrible, which by the way, he set it up beautifully with the paint. Told the story beautifully where you picture it. Although I pictured Pee Wee Herman in a Pink Floyd video. He was right after, I don't know why, with a fucking hammer. But yeah, man, this is really good. Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. Why do I keep doing this? Yeah, I don't remember why I stopped it, but
whilst you try to figure
he lost the bookshelf and ended up with the fucking idiot who he wanted to know what he was like. Well, now you know, and no one's half the battle right. It's G.I. Joe.
This is what happens when you buy from complete strangers. You never know what you're going to end up with.
And earlier, what I forgot that I remember now that I better say before I forget it again is fuck. You serious? This is your brain on drugs. People can be, you do wonder what people look like when you read their writing a lot. Like me and you talked for the longest time before you ever turned your camera on or I heard your voice. Because you were a super introvert and I'm triple extroverted. So, and it was different. You know, I even asked you once, like, would our relationship be the same if you had never heard my voice or seen my face? Which obviously fucking not with me, but it wouldn't have been. Like, it's important to, once you talk to somebody long enough to hear the way they talk, because I mean, people are not like, you read my responses where I talk to text, which I need to stop doing that on all of your replies, and I sound as dumb as I do without my teeth, but I'm actually not. I can punctuate and talk. Grammar is not my problem. Laziness is my problem. All right, let's get back to the pink guy, man. Which one is pink? Is just a character on? It's funny, trust me. He's an Aussie that.
It's a personal in joke, yes.
Yeah, he's a laughable Aussie that everyone laughs at, and he's.
I also want to say I did sympathize with his struggle to maintain the bookshelf as Morgan had his breakdown, because that has happened to me multiple times when I've been moving or helping someone move, and the person that was helping me move something very heavy for whatever reason literally was not able to pull their weight, and I ended up being pulverized beneath a bookshelf or a desk or something like that. So, yeah, definitely can relate to that.
Or you do some kind of social transaction, or not social, but some kind of simple transaction with someone in life, and they have a breakdown like that. Like, start crying or something traumatic just happened to them, and then you're stuck there going, what the fuck do I say?
All awkward, trying to like,
Yeah,
do I leave? Do I try to console this person?
I wonder sometimes that's how people feel around me. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be put in. Rock and hard place, if you will. Love it.
I dropped Morgan at a train station. I have never seen him again. And that, my friends, is why I no longer shop on Gumtree. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Damn, I didn't know that was in.
Fuck.
That's me.
You know my favourite bit of that story? I just made it up. Yeah, it's not true. There is no Morgan. It's very unsatisfying, isn't it? But I saw him in my head.
I did too.
I saw Morgan in my head. Why is it we can feel so robbed when someone tells us a story we just heard isn't true, and yet so satisfied at the end of a fictional novel? Huh? No. You know the other great thing about that story? First draft. Fuck you, Hemingway!
I knew it. Unscripted. Love it. Oh my God, that was yeah, man. I still don't know what the fuck that is on his shirt, but that looks like a rosary over there too, with a black Jesus or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyway, I don't know.
Now from this side, it doesn't look like an obese chipmunk. It looks like a rabid one.
No, I'm talking about the crosses. It looks like crosses on his desk beside that pumpkin. And
Yep.
some kind of
we see that, yeah.
black thing sticking up. I don't know. I can't tell. It's
Maybe that's
probably not a
just
black
stab
Jesus.
Morgan in
Okay,
case
I'm
he
sorry.
comes back.
I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I don't know. But that is brilliant. I love the old school typewriter too. I like that.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Dr. Cap, who recommended this video because she has the typewriter sound in the when she's in the beginning of her videos. So we'll have the link to Dr. Cap's channel down here. She just done some kind of psychedelic John Barnum video that I think she was on acid when she did it. You never know.
It was crazy.
It's cool. I like it, Dr. Cap. I do. It just caught me a little off guard, but we dig it. I Want to Know What Love Is. Brannigan, can't remember her first name, and then John Farnham. Who tells her name?
Farnigan.
No. What? John Farnham. Oh,
Farnham and Brannigan. Farnigan.
Yeah, okay.
But her first name is Laura.
Marnsey. Sorry.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this.
Me either.
But for whatever reason, I guess I was expecting something maybe a little sillier, for lack of a better term. But I love this. This was articulate. It was smart. It was
very
clever. It was a perfectly told story. It kept me hooked the whole time. It was funny as hell. And even if it wasn't true, I can certainly see something like that happening. It's not out of I guess that's the best kind of fiction, is the kind that's not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, he referenced The Shining, and that's a fiction too. So, hey.
Yeah.
We all love that. Jack Nicholson is the best insane person I've ever seen who tries to chop his family up in the end. Hey.
I think the best acting performances are sort of, it's when the actor is being something that's natural to them.
Yeah.
I think Jack is naturally nutty. So I think that's also what made him such a good Joker in the original Batman film.
I mean, and you're leaving out one step over the cuckoo's nest or whatever.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, this was amazing. Sorry to get off on Jack Nicholson, but
I'm definitely going to have to check out some more of this. This is
Yeah, so this is not
my kind
the.
of comedy.
I mean, I noticed when I looked this up, this is apparently the most popular one. Maybe, I don't know. It's got a lot of friggin' views, man, like 12 or 21 million or something like that. The channel
Now I
has
can see why.
160,000 subscribers. The video has over 300,000 likes. So the video has twice the amount of likes than the subscriber has subs. I mean, than the creator has subs. But I don't know if this dude up here that has no picture beside the Randy is the creator of this. I doubt it, but hey, it's great. I don't care either way. It's great.
So, Dr. Cap, if you could suggest maybe another sketch of his that's to this level, we would love to react to it. And God, yeah, this.
Yeah, I'm going to take pieces of
So
this and
relatable.
cut it up and put Maynard's face on it and make some shorts. Aussie Maynard. Which there is a huge tool following in Australia, by the way, but it don't matter. That's just amazingly cool. It's just he's very sarcastically funny and clever. It's definitely most of my references aren't referenceable, aren't within context, but this one is. Yeah, this is great. And he's bald like Greg and stupid like me. So,
Yep. We go to the same barber. Yes.
yeah, he's like me and you morphed together, pink.
That
Ooh.
is true. Yeah, that is true. Someone actually did ask me at work last night. Some kid who thought they were being funny. It's like, who does your hair? I was like, I have no idea. I just would like to know where they're doing it when they're bringing it back.
I also love the lighting. I mean, everything about this is genius, really.
Yeah.
Or it's purple,
It's a very simple setup, but
yeah, and the background is basically it looks like it might be really old fucking wallpaper with a design that really isn't a design. Almost looks like it's just dirt. But
yeah, between that and the typewriter, it's definitely got a very vintage look to it.
yeah, I love this. It's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
In America, we have Dr. Phil and Oprah Winfrey and all these fucking talk shows that suck ass. Sorry, but they do. In my opinion,
He's not wrong.
No,
he's not wrong. That's not an opinion. That I consider that a fact. They suck ass.
Well, it's a fact in my mind. So, but I have said a lot. But new word. Also, I love the fact that we say Melbourne right now because he clarified that for me. And the place where he said the damn plane landed, the guy that flew around the world, isn't that where Jimmy Barnes references the car park? What the hell did he call shit? It's like Santa Fe or something. That ain't it. That's not it at all. I'd have to go back, but you all know you've seen this millions of times, obviously, literally. But yeah, can't pick of it. But I think it's referencing the Jimmy Barnes song "K-Son." So yeah, loved it, man. Absolutely loved it. Can't say enough, honestly. Good call, Dr. Cap.
It was hilarious. That's the best thing you can say about something that is comedic in nature. It was funny as fuck.
So the link for this will be in the description. Also, Dr. Cap's channel, and I'll throw the John Farnham. Remind me, Greg. I'll throw the Brannigan John Farnham acid show on it. You won't think I'm wrong, guys, when you watch it. You
no, you must see it. You must see it.
It is a must see. Yeah, literally, John is in lights, and lots of them. But I love it. All right, I think I said love it enough for Barney. Had to. That song gonna kill Barney. All right. Glad we got to cuss a little legally or whatever we'll call it. I don't know. Morally, legally. They don't seem to be the same thing. Now I get Phil. Yeah, I'm gonna get Phil also plea with you. Fuck, I can't talk, man. Philosophical. All right, peace out. We're trying to think of an opening, besides welcome to our channel. Help.
Little opening bit, an opening room.
As John would say, help with
We'll figure something out.
He did
So,
help the Beatles make their song good. Sorry, not
That is
sorry.
true.
Daughter Cap,
That is-
you're a huge Beatles
No.
fan, I know, but
once again, you were correct. But this was a very fun way to spend 20 minutes. Actually, it's probably longer than
yeah,
that
let's
since we
see. Hold on.
interrupted and ran our mouths.
I can pull,
So,
spam my little thing here. That sounded terrible. 49 minutes. So yeah, 49:20.
49 minutes. Those of you that stuck around, thank you so much for sticking around with us. This was a blast to watch, a blast to react to. And like I said, send us some more comedy. Send us some more Aussie comedy. We'll get to it all at some point in time. And again, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm now going to order me a bookshelf off of Gumtree. Catch y'all later.
Better than Craigslist all day long. Peace, love, and prosperity, and God help you, Morgan. You fucking fake. But it was real, to be
If a
fake.
man is swinging a mailbox like a battle axe, just get the fuck out of there.
I'm telling you, he throwed
Don't
that
try
shit.
to talk him down.
I love it. Damn it, man. Unscripted, I promise. There is no damn script here. You could probably tell. All right. Me and my light's going to get out of here. Peace.
Love you guys.
Come on, man. Put me over Greg one more time. Later.